What is the cost of life of a common people? A driver at Delhi airport died because of the infrastructure collapse of Delhi airport. And yesterday what we have seen that around more than 120 people died during a stampede by a religious congregation, by a religious guru. Is this the cost of a common people in this country? Who is responsible for such deaths? The administration, the government, or the religious guru, or the people itself? Hello and welcome to the InNews series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about Hathras Stampede, and in this session we are going to discuss what is stampede and how it can be prevented. So moving towards the points of discussion part. First of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss what is stampede, then we are going to discuss why do stampedes kill, and also what is the human psychology which leads to the stampedes, and then we are going to discuss physical organization of spaces contribute to the stampedes and how to improve and how to take prevent the risk of stampedes. After that, we are going to discuss practice question prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS channel. So moving towards the news part. So yesterday what had happened that around more than 120 people killed in Hathras of Uttar Pradesh because there was a religious ceremony which was being held by a religious guru and who is popularly known as Bhole Baba, and the capacity was around of 50,000. So 50,000 people can be accommodated at a place, but it is said that around 2.5 lakh people assembled there. And during an event when Baba was going, so people rushed towards in order to grab the soil of the Babas. So that's why there was a stampede kind of situation and so many people died, thousands injured because of this kind of stampede situation. So this is the news we are going to cover up. So why stampede news is very much important to us. So first of all, we need to know that what is stampede, and also this is not the first time that we have seen that stampede is happening. This is very natural thing which had happened, and not a natural but also artificial thing. Many times when there is a religious gathering, when there is any kind of mass gathering events, so at that time what we have seen that stampede is happening. And according to a recent report, what it shows that around 79% of the stampede happened during the religious gathering. So this is the news we are going to cover up, that why it is important to have a discussion on stampede and how to mitigate the risk of the stampede. So coming to the next one, which is about that what is stampede. So according to Wang and others, who define stampede as an impulsive mass movement of a crowd and which often results to the injuries and fatalities. And according to the Illyas, F T Illyas and others, the stampede is described as a disruption of the orderly movement of the masses. So this is called as a stampede, and it often causes a loss of your life, injuries, and so many physical properties also lost because of the stampede kind of the situation. So this is a brief definition of the stampede, that what is stampede. Now we come to the next one, which is why do stampedes kill? So there can be the two possible reasons which has been suggested by the experts. The first is traumatic asphyxia and the second is myocardial infarction. So what is traumatic asphyxia? So in this there is a partial and complete cessation of respiration, and because of the external pressure the people often die. And also there is a second one which is myocardial infarction. So what happened in this? So it is caused by decreased or complete cessation of blood flow to the portion of the heart, and that's why there is a failures of heart, so many things. So because of that thing, these two situations are very much possible for the stampedes, and because of that so many people are killed because of these two possible situations. Now we come to the another one. Another one is about human psychology lead to the stampedes. So the first one is that, is human psychology is also responsible for stampede? So the answer is yes, that human psychology is also responsible for the stampedes. So during mass gathering, what happened that there is a spontaneous gathering, and you can see that spontaneous gathering at metro station, railway station, when there is any kind of events like Chhath Pujas in Bihar, and if there is any kind of festival, so many people wants to go to their home. So in that situation also can be a stampede kind of situation at metro station, railway station, bus station. So this is the thing. And also so many people are triggered by the panic, and panic can worsen the situation. So this is also one of the thing. So according to a psychologist, Alexander Minch, who theorized that in a panic producing situation, cooperative behavior is needed. But what had happened that if someone has blocked the exit gate, and if people are taking more time to exit from one place to another place, in that situation panic is created and it increased among the people. And what happened that people started moving from one place to another place, and in that disorderly movement there is a stampede kind of situation, and people can be killed also and can be injured also. So cooperative behavior is needed when it comes to the stampede kind of situation. We should not panic in that kind of situation. And many times we have seen that if we have a proper facility to exit from one place also, but if the crowd is panicked and they don't have any patience, and if the crowd is not cooperating with each other, in that situation the stampede can what you can say exaggerated more. So now we come to the another one. Another one is about physical organization of spaces contribute to the stampede. So apart from the panics and mental psychology and human psychology, the physical spaces are also responsible for the stampede. So it's not just the human psychology that someone got panicked and that's why there is a what you can say stampede kind of situation. Apart from the panic, also there is a physical management and physical structure which is also responsible for the stampede kind of the situation. So what happened that what factors which are responsible for the stampede kind of situation? The physical factors we are talking about. So lack of light, so there can be also which can create panic among the people, and also crowd flow not being divided for different crowds. So if suppose that 1,000 of persons are here, and if they are settled at one place and they are disorderly moving like this and this, so there is no division of the crowd. So if among 1,000, if 200 will go to this direction, 200 will go to this direction, then there can be orderly movement. But if everything will be go to this direction, then this can be disorderly movement, and there can be the stampede kind of situation. Collapse of barriers, buildings, this can also contribute to the stampede. Blocked exit evacuation routes. So I have already told you that in cinema halls we have seen that so many fire incidents, and what happened in that cinema hall kind of situation, that the exit gate was blocked, and that has created panic among the people. So we also must ensure that there must be so many exit gates, so if there will be any kind of emergency situation, that people can exit from different multiple exit doors. And also poor designs of hardware such as the revolving door at the entrance. Sometimes the door stick to fire kind of situation, the door is not opening, sometimes the door is stuck, the windows glasses are not opening. So these kind of things are also responsible. Fire hazards. So we have this various, this time also fire safety is being implemented to different parts of the public places. But what happened that sometimes they do not update their fire hazards, fire equipments, and because of that we can see that such kind of stampede situation is happening. Now we come to another one. Another one is about how to better prevent stampedes. So this is the graph we have formulated, and we have taken it from the Indian Express, that how to mitigate the risk of the stampede. So first of all, decision to hold the event. So what kind of event is this? Religious, entertainment, political, capacity of organization we must take in care. Risk assessment, crowd, mood and age group. Sometimes if there is a crowd of young people, so there are high chances that there can be less chances of fatalities. And then we have to also see the available resource estimation. Suppose that if we have capacity of 50,000 people, then we must ensure that only 50,000 people are allowed, and even less than that. if we have capacity of 50,000 and if 2.5 lakh people are coming, then what management is doing at that point of time? Why they are not observable around this time? And this also a serious question, that how to manage 50,000 crowd just appointing 72 police officials there. So this is also a serious question on administration also, that if you have a large number of crowds and if you have allowed large number of people to assemble at one place, so in this kind of situation, you need more police officials, you need more management people to control the crowd. Then why there is a limited crowd there? And because of that also this stampede had happened, which has happened in Uttar Pradesh. And also the person who is commemorating such kind of the events, so the person knows that if they had announced any kind of the event, they must know the age group and mood of the crowd. So they must restrict it also, that why so many people are gathered at one place. And if a person must be aware that by going from one place to another place, people will rush towards that person. The person also knows about this situation and they had to take action accordingly. So this is also what you can say lacunas which we have pointed in Hathras incidents, that this is very much significant, which should be taken care of. Location should be taken care of. The proper exit system should be taken care of. The administration must be aware about such kind of situation. And if there is any loopholes in granting permission to a particular crowd, so that loopholes must be adhered. Then we have also see that the event is indoor and outdoor. According to that, we have to make management. Then site visit is important before conducting any kind of religious environment or religious gathering or any kind of environmental gathering, or you can say entertainment purpose, or it can be any gathering, sports events and so many things. So in that situation also it's very important that official who had allowed such number of people to gather in a particular crowd, so in that situation the official and those who are conducting such kind of the big events, prior site visit is very much important, and they must check every do's and don'ts from a place, and also weather and natural hazards. If it's a rainy season, they also must take awareness and you can say precautions related to this. If there is a what you can say hot kind of situation, because we have also seen and heard the news that so many people died because they attended a political rally because of the heat, because of the loo. So in that situation also there should be a proper arrangement if crowds are gathering to listen any political speeches. So there should be water facility, ORS facilities, emergency ambulance system should be there, and competition control, surge of people management, public addressing system, venue layout. So these kind of things are very much required in order to mitigate a risk. And if you'll plan things in a proper manner, then there are high chances that will not have stampede kind of situation. So this is very much important, that because of lack of planning, because of lack of administration functioning, because of lack of what you can say awareness of the crowd also, if crowd knows that so many people, lakhs of people are gathered at one place, they must avoid. So it's because of lack of crowd also these kind of incidents are happening in our country. And also what you have seen that 120 plus people have died, and what you can say only 1 and 2 are men, most of them are children and women. It also shows that women are more inclined towards religious gathering. In such situation you have to also take care of about the women's safety, the children's safety, because along with the women, children also comes. So you must know the age group of your crowd, the mood of your crowd, and you have to make management accordingly. Now we come to the question part. The question is very much easy. What is stampede? First one is a controlled and organized movement of people, a sudden uncontrolled rush of a crowd, a type of sports event, a government policy. So you have to answer this into the comment section. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.